Alright, you guys. So, this has to be said. Home Alone is definitely 1000% the prequel to Saw. Let me explain why, okay? Now, you see, the thing about Home Alone is that first of all, let's just talk about the fact that Kevin McAllister looks just like Jigsaw, alright, from the Saw movies, alright? I don't even really like either of those movies that much, but I mean, I know I'm not the first person to say it, but I definitely am not the first person to think it. And I'm not going to be the last person to think it either. I know I'm right. So, Kevin from Home Alone, he's blonde, alright? And so is Jigsaw. They even look alike. If you ever seen their faces, they look alike, alright? That's number one. And second, there was this one scene in the movie Saw where he has a key, right? And he puts the key into the lock to unlock the door, like, you know, but there's a gun on the other side of the door. So after he goes, uh, the gun goes, and the guy's like, gets shot, right? So in the movie Home Alone, all right, it's a prequel. He sets up a little flame-throwing blowtorch kind of thing right there. So, and it's similar because when the guy opens the door, next thing he knows, just fire right up into his head. So that's number one. Another one is he set up Christmas ornaments all over the floor and stuff all over the floor, like toy cars and stuff. So when the guy's walking, all right, he slips on all the cars and falls. And also he put a nail in the floor, so when the guy steps on the nail, it hurts it. Like that. And in the Saw movies, all right, there's one scene where he liked to make it hard for people to walk around. So he had a guy walk around barefoot in broken glass, and Kevin was smart in Home Alone. He put oil all over the floor so that way the guy's socks would get stuck. And also he put ice all over the ground too, so his socks would stick and his feet would stick, his shoes, everything would stick. So he ended up having to go barefoot. And Kevin prepared for him to go barefoot, so he set up, pointy things all over the floor. And so that's all fine and dandy. But another thing is, I know that the movie Home Alone takes place in the 90s and Saw takes place like in 2005 or something. But those dates are not really important to the story, and it's not really exactly stated at any particular point in either of those movies. So we can just imagine that, they take place a certain amount of time between each other, where Kevin is a child, and then he changes his name to, whatever Jigsaw's name was in the movie. I don't care, and then he grows up and kind of becomes the way that he is. Now, a lot of people will argue against it, saying something about, oh, but, they have different names. People can change their names.